How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're looking at a piece of news, a rumor that's just popped out. You know, I just finished my Twitch stream playing a bit of Final Fantasy 14, managed to get Chille onto my server for the first time. I mean, this was a milestone for me to be able to actually do some dungeons with Chille, and well, I look on social media and it's all burning. It's burning because the rumorville is out, and apparently there is another big, high-profile Xbox game going to be announced next week for PlayStation. And of course, everyone now is going wild. The rumorville is going crazy, and there's a lot of kind of stake in the fact that this is going to be Forza Horizon 5. I guess it's been, Microsoft feel like this is a live service game, and it's been there. There are certain staples, in my opinion, if this is true, and do take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if any of this will come out. I mean, at a time when we were expecting Helldivers 2 to be ported over to Xbox, it really does feel like it's just given no take if this is true. And this is a big if, obviously. But we do have some information for this, so it's worth getting into, and let's just have a discussion about it. We're going to be covering this in the stream as well later today, tomorrow for you in the US, but this is pretty, it's almost like clockwork that this seems to be happening, and well, we'll see if it's actually true, because this time the news does come from Shinobi. Now, the other guy that is supposed to be a notorious leaker, the last 4 or 5 things that he said has all been falsified, fake, and didn't materialize. But Shinobi does have a little bit better of a standing, in my opinion, and if he's saying it, then there might be some credence to it. But let's get on with it. Let's look at it and see what's going on. And I guess, do all the good stuff. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. Alright, so here we go. So this is the news. Shinobi says a big Xbox game is coming to PlayStation next week. And Estas #1, or whatever his name is, he's also now piggybacking off this. Of course, because he's supposed to be a big leaker when it comes to Xbox. But like I said, he's been wrong for the past few ones. He even claimed that 343 were going to have another studio building the game, and that was obviously falsified as well. Now, I'm going to try and minimize this a little. You can't really do that, and my face is in the way. So let's see if I can fix that ever so slightly to see if we can actually let you see exactly what's being said here. Let me put myself over here for a second. All right, so it says, Liu says, I wonder when the next round of ported games are coming. And of course, Shinobi says, what are you doing next week? So he already knows that next week there is something coming, and he's basically giving a hint. He's not going to say what the game is, but he's indicating here that there is something coming. And Louis says, oop, I'm a guess Killer Instinct is one of them, assuming it's multiple. And then, of course, Shinobi says, I don't know about multiple, but a big one at least. So that's where we're at with this right now. So that's the actual information. That's what everyone is going off of. But there is a little bit more, right? There is a little bit more, and it's basically this. So Xtas is the one that I was telling you about that came out and made the Halo rumors that a new studio was building it, and it was falsified because 343 are still in charge. But this over here indicates basically Mexico, and it's, Forza Horizon 5. And I'll be honest with you, if Forza Horizon 5 is going, I think that's a massive kick in the balls, and I don't know how I feel about this. I always said that the staple games should stay on Xbox. Halo, Gears, Forza, Starfield. Those should stay. But it doesn't really end with this either, because we also have this. rumor PlayStation port for Forza Horizon 5 to possibly be announced next week. Now, again, this is all possibly and whatnot, and there's nothing concrete other than the fact that Shinobi has come out and said that there is, an announcement happening next week, which is right on the cusp of Gamescom. Now, this could all be reversed, right? This could all be reversed, and it could be Helldivers 2 that's actually announced for Xbox, but they were talking about ports going over, and at a time when you're going to Gamescom to announce all your games, this seems a bit weird. You're going to celebrate gaming and to, show your community, what's coming, and to start putting more games to rival platforms when you're not getting anything just starts to look a little weird. Now, of course, the only reason people are going now with Forza Horizon 5 is because of Xtas's picture. Again, he could be totally wrong, but there are a number of candidates here that potentially could make up that lineup. You've got Hellblade 2. That is obviously one of them that could go over there because it was originally a PlayStation title, and going by the formula that Phil has set out, a legacy title can make it across. So that's always possible. People are saying, obviously, Forza Horizon 5, Killer Instinct. Now, the one that people seem to miss a lot, and one that I've heard rumors just from friends and whatnot, is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, that obviously isn't an Xbox game. That is a Windows Microsoft game. So I know that there's a small distinction between the two, but they are essentially separate. And it could be Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 that is going to simultaneously be released on PlayStation PC and Xbox Series consoles. Now, if it is Microsoft Flight Simulator, I guess whatever. That is such a niche game that it probably needs the outlet in order to actually appeal. It's really a PC game anyway. Most people on consoles just aren't really going to play that game. So, whatever. But it's the other games. Now, we're assuming it's those. It could be a Gears remake. It could, Gears 1 remake or a Gears trilogy. It could be a lot of things. Or it could be a whole bunch of nothing. It is Clockwork. The Gamescom is coming out. It is about the right time to start fueling the Xbox propaganda and to start pushing that agenda that Xbox is going to do this to create unrest and just to damage the brand even more. However, what if it is true? What if this does happen and either Forza Horizon goes or Hellblade goes? Hellblade is the only exclusive we have at the moment from first party, and if that's already being announced to go or available to buy now, for example, who knows, or in a month's time, it really feels like when it comes to Microsoft, anytime any goodwill is built, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot. Now, I'm saying this as if this is true, right? We'll obviously have to wait until next week, and then if it's true, we'll have that discussion if it's true. I'm not going to ponder into this like everyone else is on social media right now in terms of, oh my God, and start, everyone's like, it's basically a toxic wasteland out there right now, and I'm not going to get involved. But it does create a real downer going into Gamescom. Now, you've got the people who say, oh, great, they can experience a great game as well. I'm sorry, those people, I don't know what to say to those people. They're happy to give but never get. And I get it to a certain degree. I'm not even going to finish that sentence because I'll probably get cancelled. But no, just no. If you give, you get as well. And Microsoft needs to, if they are going to give any more games, they need to start getting something in return. If they want to piss the community off, if they want to piss the public, their supporters off, they're going the right way about it. If they want to go third party, then just come out and say, this is what we want to do. And then give people the choice, give them the ability to make that informed decision. But this case-by-case basis, scenario just isn't it anymore. Don't kind of keep things under wraps. Just come out and say, these are the next 5 games that are going. People can make a decision if they want to stay with Game Pass and Xbox or move on. What you're seeing right now is the worst type of situation. You're seeing, a lot of people more pissed off with Phil Spencer, more pissed off with the Xbox brand, and actually turning against the whole brand more. Why not control the narrative if this is true? And if it ain't true, control the narrative. Why are you purposefully allowing your brand to be dragged through the mud by an X person or a Y person or a Z person while just seeing the meltdown that's happening on social media? I don't get it. I don't know. Whether this is true or not, like I said, is to be determined. But for me, this just feels like the timing of this feels perfect. And if Microsoft is going to announce, and this is a big if, going to announce a game going to PlayStation from the Xbox as a big title, so I'm thinking it could even be the Gears Trilogy Remaster, right? If they're going to make a big game go over to PlayStation and make an announcement around Gamescom, at this point, one can only assume that Microsoft is deliberately trying to kill their own brand. Because this is how you create zero hype. And without doing any form of hype at all, damaging everything that you are trying to build. I just want transparency now. I just want them to come out and say what it is they want to do. So we all know, right? I'm kind of bored of these rumors coming in and out, and we're having this discussion. And we're going to have this discussion during my stream today and tomorrow for you guys in the US, but it's today for me. I was planning on going to bed. It is almost 2 a.m. and I'm going to have to start editing this, and I'm just going to release it as is. So, do you know what? I'm just tired of it. I'm really tired of the rumors. I've been enjoying the past few days just gaming and not thinking about anything. Been playing a lot of Tower of Fantasy, a little bit of Starfield here and there. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 again, and a couple of games on my Steam Deck. It's been fun. Just not worrying about, well, I wouldn't even say worrying about, but just not listening to the noise. And for many people, I guess that's where they're at now. They just want to have a good time with gaming, and if you can channel everything out, I salute you. Well done. But at what point does Game Pass go on to PlayStation? That's the question. At one point, do we have a single console that rules them all? Clearly, Microsoft is releasing another console. They're also releasing another handheld. We know this, and those are the plans. And end of the year, Sarah Bond is supposed to come out, talk about the next handheld console. We're also told that Phil Spencer should be announcing the digital game. It will be available on the cloud. So that's going to be another expansion for Xbox. Whether their next console is going to be a standalone console or a hybrid of sorts will again differentiate where Microsoft is going with all of this. Because at the end of the day, if they're going down this route of putting their games onto PlayStation, then I want Steam and Epic Game Store on the Xbox so I can get everything I want to play on my Xbox, whether it's games that don't officially come out on Xbox or something else. At this point, you know my stance with Steam, but if that's going to be the direction that they go, I want Steam, I want all of it on my Xbox able to use. So that way, no Xbox user will ever miss out on any game. It's really that simple. Xbox citizens, gamers, the community, have been treated as third-rate citizens, not just by the media, not just by the publishers, but by Microsoft themselves as well. And sure, Call of Duty is coming, and that is a big move. And I really hope that that actually moves the needle and is really successful for Xbox, because if it's not, we're going to be seeing even more changes. But like I said, I'm bored of this. I'm really sick and tired of this news, and it's a shame because this wasn't something that I wanted to talk about tomorrow, but we are going to be talking about it, and we're going to be doing call-ins as well. So get your big boy pants on and be prepared to come in and let me know what you think. But that's the video, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've rambled long enough. It looks like an Xbox game is going. Apparently, it's a big one. What that actually means is unknown. But for me, it's either going to be Forza Horizon, Gears Trilogy, Starfield All-in-One Ultimate Edition. So they're basically going to get the complete version of the game with the Shattered Space DLC. It's going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator or Hellblade. And if it's Hellblade and it comes out before any of the other Xbox games that are supposed to come out towards the end of this year come out, that's not a good look for Xbox. But time will tell. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that discussion. And I'll see you tomorrow in the stream. I'll have a placeholder set out early tomorrow, so we can, you can just click on it, or if anything, I might do it from tonight. Just get it out there, and then you've got the placeholder ready so you can know exactly what time this stream's going to go live. Should be the same time. But yeah, that's it. Leave a comment below. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, and I will see you in the next one. As always,